Welcome back to part 4 of the fix. I've had to pile drive.
Fuck it, he got into me.
I've had to clothesline buckets to get in on that one. We're going to finish it off with pretty much what we were just talking about in the last one. We're going to throw a few questions out there and see what these guys have to think about it.
Hit me.
Alright.
Oh, Barry Hall!
Favoli, you mongrel! That's what I was saying on the weekend, but anyway.
Someone was banging Fem on the weekend.
Bernie called him a sniper.
Sniper, banging.
Bernie come off and he pointed his flimsy little arms at Fev when he was over standing on the sideline having a rest.
Is Angie Brown out there? Flimsy little man.
No.
Alright, moving on. Well, you're going to ask me a question?
I was going to ask both of you a question.
Alright, hit us.
That's not just you. It's not just all about buckets.
Bang, bang.
It's not the buckets hour.
Fire away.
Alright, we'll do.
Pardon the pun.
Yeah, very nicely done there,
Okay, yeah.
Coach. Alright, this is more aimed at the coach, so I'm going to face him while I say it, but both of you get the answer. Chances, well, we're going to do a bit of, okay, let's do a bit of, under or over. Under or over 1.5 X medals for Gary Ablett in his career.
Over.
Straight out, he's going to win another one.
Over.
Over. I'm
Yeah.
over as well. He's been dominant the last 2 years.
So, fake wood, everyone.
Touch the fake wood.
Next.
Next, alright. Changes under or over 0.5. 0.5 changes to the top 8 next year. I know what you're going to say.
Definitely over.
Over.
And not just because I think the Hurricanes are going to get in there, but
It was close around the 8th and 9th spot.
There'll be teams that'll drop just out, and some teams will come up.
We've already pretty much covered this, who's going to rise and who's going to come in. But So, you're over as well?
Yeah. Someone will come in, someone will drop out.
There'll be a couple of changes there.
Alright. Well, that's really all I've got.
That's you. You got any?
You go.
I don't have any.
You said you had
He's already had his go.
I've had my ideas come out.
We've heard buckets enough already, so someone else needs to talk. A couple of questions.
All right. What are the chances
Well, that wasn't really what I had in mind.
that we get more than just us three here on a podcast?
0.
I'm with you. 0. After hearing this shit, no one's want to come in this room.
No one's classy enough.
All right.
And if anyone else ever does come in on this podcast, bring a fucking gas mask
What about
or an open window.
bring it over. So just a frame.
Bring your own.
bring it frame.
Who are your predictions for the State of Origin?
State of
Who's
Origin.
gonna win it? My tips with Victoria, just because I think that to squeeze so many players into 8 positions is going to give them like the most dominant team ever.
I'm with Vix.
Yeah. So who's going to come second?
Brown, Ford, and Pendlebury in the middle
So
of dominate.
the real question is who's going
Ablett, Selwood.
The real question is, who do you reckon would play in a final against them?
In a final. We talking teams, other states.
Well, where have you been living on a rock? There's State of Origin going on. All 7, 8 states have got and territories have a team.
Fuck, who's playing for Darwin?
South
Well,
Australia.
the teams haven't been named yet.
Nathan Lambert, Murray.
So it's
Just
Canberra
thinking
War Dogs
about
are playing.
South Australia. We'll play.
WA will be up there.
there is
South
talk that
Australia
ACT
have
could be
Bryce
aligned with
Gibbs.
New South Wales and Northern Territory with Queensland to make those two teams a bit stronger. But
WA will be there.
No, not WA.
up WA, I'm with my local boys with South Australia. So we're on the South Australian band.
Oh,
What about
like
Queensland? How's your mob going to go?
Terrible.
Terrible.
Shit house once you get to State of Origin.
Who have you got? Dunstall.
I don't know. Do we have anyone?
Michael Voss could be coaching them now. He's out of a job.
Well, yes. Anyway,
Michael
moving
Voss
on.
could be a Hurricanes coach. There you go. Can't believe coach.
Who do you think will be the improved player next year?
Most improved? Interesting.
Just going on this year, who reckon can take the next level to become a bona fide superstar?
Well, trying to steer away from the under 23s.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
It's got to be someone out of the under 23s.
I mean, I haven't had a good look. First one that brings to mind is someone like a Brad Dalziel, who was dynamite in his first year and went to
good pick.
Yeah, went terrible this year.
Well, Angus
Can
Graham.
you find his form of last year?
If we have a look through, I'm just going to look through these.
Angus Graham's got no chance.
Well, he's got a huge chance of improving.
Keep an eye out for Jess Smith next year. He's been training the house down.
I am going to go
Justin Sherman.
with
Liam Jara.
I don't mind Josh Kennedy's not bad.
I'm going to go with Sean Higgins.
Yeah, but he was pretty improved this year.
But
where he was last year to averaging 17.
16 points.
Has he got any more scope? I don't think he's got any more scope for improvement.
I reckon he's
not that much.
You know who's someone who's been tearing it up in the reserve league, hasn't actually been signed by a club, is Mark Lacroix. I think he could actually be a player that comes in and gets signed.
But he won't be the most improved player, though.
No, but I'm just... you already chipped out my most improved pick, so I'm just going to talk about shit. Well, who says that Sean Higgins has...
So in other words, Mark Lacroix will be at the Predators next year.
Well, he could be, yeah. Well, who else are we going to look at? You may be looking at... I don't even know. Justin Sherman, he could rise another few points.
Yeah, no, I think there'll be someone this...
Josh Kennedy. 8 points a game.
There'll be somebody that averaged...
He's though, and he's not a big goal scorer.
Yeah,
so.
There'll be somebody that averaged only about 6 or 7 in a couple of games this year.
Gary Gibson's played more of a defensive role in the games that he has played.
Next year.
Angus Graham?
Well, he's only got improving to go.
What about Brad Ebert?
He's got to have a team to play with.
Andrew Swallow.
Brad Ebert, he played 5 games last year, went down to 1 this year. So if someone like a Brad Ebert comes on, plays 10 games and averages 16 points a game, does he qualify for most improved, considering 2 years ago he had a better year than last year?
Well, you can only improve on your previous year.
So that's the sort of the guidelines you think they're looking at?
Premierships next year, then. Don't choose your own team.
So without choosing the Fusion to go back to back.
I'll say Fusion will go back to back. If I can't pick Stingrays, obviously.
Fair enough. Are you going to tap his ass and say that the Stingrays are going to get up there?
Yeah, do more than tap his ass. It's going to be a firm grab here. The Stingrays for the Premiership in 2010.
I think you'll see the Rage bounce back.
Fuck the Rage.
Always.
I think the Rage are on their way up, but because they've
you look at the young talent in there.
Yeah, they've blooded some young talent now. I think they're still a couple of years away.
I'm led to believe that Morgan Ward wants to blood some new talent next year too. So
I think he's got a good team up his sleeve.
Finish top 4 this year.
He's done well
to
finish top 6.
They finished in the
6.
No, they didn't finish.
No, they didn't, did they?
They did.
Terrible.
All
right, finished top 6 with what, 3 or 4 young guys.
So that influenced your decision. So no, who's going to win the Premiership next year?
I still think the Rage.
Rage, right? Yeah, they're proven. But yeah,
God help us all if they do.
Yeah, tell me. I mean, it's not.
Who's going to coach the Rage too? By the way,
who's going to coach him?
I haven't heard any rumours really.
That one's still out there.
Lee Colbert, he's been inquiring to me about.
Yeah,
and he might not be assistant
Burns.
at the Stingrays next year.
I reckon that those two would have to be the favourites for the job. I reckon Lee Colbert and
could be a bit of a trade deal
Fusions.
done between us involving a coach and a player. That'd be the first time ever.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
0%
Probably
chance of
won't be
happening.
allowed to happen, but we'll give it a go.
Alright, so you's all done.
Wrap it
I'm
all
all
up.
done.
You are done.
I'm talking about the coaches though quickly. They're
No, we're not done.
No, it's nothing really important. But the Gladiators, I heard, have narrowed it down to either Adam Simpson or Peter Bell for their job next year.
Oh, I'm going to go Adam Simpson.
I'm going to go with Peter Bell. I think that he's already taken over as caretaker for a couple of games. I think
I'll go with someone totally different.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just anybody.
Don't know who it'll be, but I reckon
You just go on the third.
there'll be someone knocking on the old
Option
ladder
C.
door, and there'll be...
Oh, we've got to get some more furniture in here. They make wicked sounds. We keep tapping them and...
Gladiators, wooden spoon next year.
Gladiators.
No.
He meant that, Reed.
Just wanted to get a reaction there from owner
Reed.
Tristan Reed.
I'm going
Smack
Outlaws.
him. Here's your reaction. Whack.
Outlaws next year.
I
Yeah,
reckon they're
well,
on-
depends what their ownership. I mean, he's looking for selling, I think. If he stays in it, I think they'll finish last.
So
If
you
they get a new owner.
Wooden spoon.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Hurricanes.
Oh, big tip.
You want a carton on that? Let's
Big
friendly
tip.
little carton on that.
There's no carton on it.
So you
I'll give you a
shit. Is
carton,
that
we'll
what
finish above you.
So we're running out of time here.
Anyway,
on
boys,
the Big Footy Fix.
it's been fun, and we have to play this terrible song again. Thanks everyone for listening. It's been enjoyable.
Thank you.
We hope everyone will join
Thank
us
you.
again next year.
Thank you from Bang Bang.
Cheers from Buckets.
Yeah, whatever.
The coach doesn't
Please
care.
yourself.
Bring on the trade period. That's it. Get the salary cap out and get some trading done.
Where the Canes fire up.
Alright boys, so long. Farewell. We'll see you next year.
One more question. Who do you reckon will do the most trading in that during the period?
Canes.
I'll say the Canes.
Hurricanes.
Sayonara.
I'll say Stingrays.
Up the Fusion.
Fuck the Fusion.